Well, that's all the news. There's nothing happened today. It was so boring. I was like on Twitter all week, and I was like, "There's nothing to talk about this week."
That's so unfortunate.
So we're done.
We're done?
No.
What?
No, we're not
But
done.
wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more. What time?
Hold on. I have to put the time that we're at.
I just wanted to see how we're looking on time.
We're right at 50 minutes.
Really?
John
Wow, we're doing
had
good.
a real FIFA rage moment tonight.
No
He
way.
did, yeah.
Dude,
he was mad.
Well, Elliot's.
Do you want to talk about it on the podcast or talk about it off camera?
I don't care.
Let's talk about
Let's
it.
hear
now.
about
All
it.
right.
It'll be a funny
All
story.
right, so normally
I've never seen John get super
Oh,
pissed.
he was
mad.
He was so pissed. All right, so
Was he
normally
playing against Elliot?
What? Yes.
That's why.
Normally, when things happen in FIFA, it's normally Evan yelling a little bit, everybody grunting, me in the other room like smashing a controller by the wire, relieving my anger and coming back. So it's at the end of the game, and we're down. I think it's me and it's me and John against Evan and Elliot, and we're down like 2-1. So and there's like we're in extra time. It's 90 minutes. There's like 3 minutes of extra time. Well, the ball, we try to shoot and score. We missed. Our goalie gets it, and you can walk around with the goalie. He has the ball. And so Elliot's doing that, purposely wasting the rest of the clock, which is a total dick move. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah.
John.
I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can only hold it for a certain amount of time, but in that 3 extra minutes is nothing. You know that it's like 20 seconds, and Elliot wasted like 15 of it. Stan just running around, and John flipped out. He stood up, and I've never heard him yell like that. He was like going off on Elliot. It was hilarious.
I think he's had a bad day.
Yeah, it sounded like a bad day. He worked like a double on a Saturday and saw like 5 tables tonight.
That sucks.
So, yeah.
Man.
But yeah, it was hilarious. I've never seen John get that mad. I normally don't get really mad at any of y'all. I just like go smash controllers and then come
You know
back.
what would be a funny
FIFA doesn't
topic?
make me mad.
What's that?
Shooters make me mad though.
FIFA makes me frustrated. The only time I ever get mad at any game is if I know I can perform much better than I am. That's when I get
FIFA makes me mad is because I perform better than everyone and still lose. It's like 80 shots on target. The other person has 2 shots on target and they win 2-0 because every single ball that I shoot hits the crossbar.
That or like a goalie just magically
The
blocks
goalie
everything.
backflips and kicks it into outer space and scores in another planet.
I'm gonna say a hilarious topic would be like our biggest rage moments in our gaming history.
God.
There's been so many.
I'm embarrassed of some of mine.
There was one day where
Well, if we're on the topic, let's just freaking talk about that then.
there was one day
More interesting than what we were gonna.
we were juniors in high school, and it was a Friday, and this was when we were like hardcore, like we got to drink energy drinks every day.
Yeah.
So I go get a full throttle from the gas station. I realize it's Friday. I have nothing to do. I don't have to wake up for school. And I'm like, I'm gonna play Halo 3. And none of y'all could hang out at the time. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have a blast playing Halo 3. So I'm pumped up. I'm out of school. Like just
It already sounds like a great time to me.
so much energy from that energy drink, and I was just like ready to go. This is when I was like really good at Halo 3, and I get on and playing, and I'm just like, I'm talking like the days where you get like stuck across that map like the first 5 seconds, and it's just not your day. And yeah, I probably broke my fist that day. I just was like punching my hardwood floor and just like
You used to punch that stool.
Yeah, I've seen you punch that stool a lot.
yeah, whenever the LeBron loses, that stool's like almost cracked in half.
We lived in the apartment. You would like assault our couch.
Remember when you
during the
like broke the
basketball games.
Rock Band guitar over your knee playing FIFA in the apartment?
Oh yeah, yeah, dude. I get really mad. I don't take it out on anyone. I just take it out on objects that don't matter. That was my favorite Rock Band guitar, though. I'm really upset after I did that.
It was me and
like,
Logan played you and Mason.
I probably was justified in breaking it.
Yeah, I think I'm not even exaggerating. We were beating you like 7-1. I'm not even kidding.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Y'all were like Brazil. That's what it was. Y'all were Brazil, and Logan's amazing in that game.
Yeah.
Oh god. So yeah, I just punch a lot of stuff, just hit a lot of stuff, and then if I have those wired controllers, I whip it around and smash it on the ground. Oh,
Nice.
And then
You
you
know,
buy another one.
You know you're screwed when you whip the controller and you hear like
Yeah.
you're in.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I'm gonna break it now.
Whenever Zach stands up when we play FIFA, I know something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
We're all like,
Dude, me and Jacob were playing on the same team tonight, and I kick it, he heads it over, and the goalie backs up barely or hits it, and it goes back to me, and I shoot it on a wide open goal, and it goes all the way across the front line of the goal. It is just riding the front line, hits the bar, and bounces off. And I just calmly stood up. unplugged the controller, went in the other room, and smashed it and came back in. I was like, all right,
so funny. With it.
Dude, the black one though, the black one held up for a long time. The white one's still.
All you have is
together.
like the motherboard of it left, right?
That's it. That's it. There's nothing on it.
It's like just the green part with all the things on it.
Oh, the circuits.
Yeah.
But yeah, the white one's held up pretty well. It hasn't broke yet. But that black one, I was really angry, and I didn't even. I just spun it once and slammed it, and it just into a million pieces. It was so satisfying too.
It's always interesting to see what's inside those things.
It is. That's why I break them. It's not because I'm mad.
We did it for research.
Yeah, it's for science.
Dude, every time I show up to Evan's house and you guys in the middle of a FIFA match, it's like I always know what's happening because all I hear is like, fuck, like I'm like walking in. I hear like, and I walk. One night I was walking in with Casey. And I knew she didn't want to be there because like all we do is just yell at the TV for like 3 hours and she just watches us. And we were like come around the corner where his back door is and all I see is just like pieces of a controller.
Yeah, I hear you guys smash that one.
And I hear you guys yelling inside, like muffled screams. I just like turn and look at Casey and I was like, I think I know how tonight's going or something like that.
Well, it's like I don't know why that I still want to play that game. It's like a good, it's good to relieve some anger.
It is fun.
I was at work today and I was like slammed. I was like, man, I really want to play some FIFA, and I played for 5 minutes. I'm like, fuck this game.
Yeah,
I pretty much feel like what's his face in the first Hobbit movie. When he turns into like that rage monster at the very end, you know what I'm talking about? Frodo's trying to talk to him.
Oh yeah. You mean in Fellowship of the Ring?
Yeah.
Or he like gives him like the mithril and his sting, the sword, and Frodo like is putting the ring into his shirt and he's like, like a goblin.
Yeah, that's what I feel like when I get angry.
That scared me when I was
I
little
did.
kid.
I saw it in theaters. Oh my god. That was worse than like a scary movie pop out.
Garrett, I know
Freaking
you've had
out.
some pretty hardcore rage moments.
I have.
Yeah.
I'm sure I have some like little funny ones. Like the first one that comes to mind is this one. We were playing. What were we playing when I threw that controller?
Halo 3.
Okay, so we're playing Halo 3, and sometimes I just get so pissed because like no matter what happens, I just like somehow I get shot in the back all the time. And it's usually pretty common, but other matches, like, no one will end up behind me, and, like, I won't have a problem. I'll get, like, 25 kills, but sometimes I just can't avoid people getting, like, behind me as soon as I spawn. And if it happens, like, 7 times in a row, like, I just start, like, I get so mad I can, like, feel my body temperature rising, like, rapidly. That's, like, how hot and bothered I get by it. There was one time we were playing Halo 3, and he was sitting, like, right next to me, and I was using his fancy black controller, and I got killed for, like, the 10th time in the back, and I was, like, -9 or something. I was, like... just like screamed, and we were these stools that we're actually sitting on, like these metal stools were like off to my left, and I just like threw the controller like under like a frisbee like as hard as I could. It was like and just like exploded in between the stools and just like everywhere, and I just like in one swift motion that happened. I turned to Zach, I was like, I'll buy you a new one.
Alright.
So that happened. I threw, same game actually, Halo 3, like a year after it had been out, I took it out of the disc tray one time and threw it like a frisbee across the room, and it shattered into like 4 pieces against the wall.
I would have thought it would have stuck into the wall. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, this isn't a gaming rage moment. One time I was playing drums, like trying to get this thing down. It was like this really hard like drum fill I was practicing, and like I hit the snare rim too hard, and the stick came up and hit me right in the face, like if you get hit in the face like full speed with a drumstick, you just want to freaking kill someone. And this is actually one of the coolest things I've ever done, even though it's a rage moment. I kid you not, I threw the drumstick so hard and perfectly across the room that not only could you hear the whoosh, I threw it so directly and perfectly. The drumstick was like this long. I kid you not, it went halfway into the wall, like perfectly straight. Like I went from being extremely pissed to instantly being like, that was so cool. And there were like 100 holes in the room at one point. My dad was like, how does this happen? I was like, I get sweaty and the sticks fly out of my hand. Which is true, because sometimes I would, but I'd thrown like 100 drumsticks across the room at that point. And he helped me like patch all the holes in the wall. But yeah, I literally threw a drumstick so perfectly it went into the wall like a ninja. That could have killed someone. I threw it so well.
I remember playing Call of Duty in high school where it'd be like all of us on like just on like a weeknight, and then it would just be you over the mic, be like, got shot in the back again, and your voice would gradually, and then by like the 10th time you'd be like, I got shot in the back again, and then before you could finish it, all it'd say on my TV, Silver Tide has walked off. Silver Tide has left the party, and then everybody's like, where'd Garrett go? I was like, oh, I got shot in the back like 10 times, he's probably going to bed.
I think my biggest rage moment is, though, I think I've done this twice in my life. I can't remember what game it was, but I got so mad. Have you ever been so mad that like Like, I didn't even want to break a controller. I, like, wanted to inflict pain on myself. That
Yes.
I literally punched myself in the face, like, 7 times. I was just
I
like,
punch myself in the legs all the time.
yeah.
I get so mad at myself.
Like, I wanted to, like, spill my own blood. I was so pissed.
Yeah, well, it's in a game where you're good at it when you cannot perform. Yeah, I've hit myself in the face. I'll admit to it.
I hate the realization that people are better than me sometimes.
That
It's one of the funniest things I've
terrible.
ever done.
That is like awful. You'll be playing like, especially on me and you
I
at
wanna
Halo
play
3.
around the
Me and you
best.
were really good at Halo 3 together, but we'd go in a match and we'd walk in and they'd be like 50 brigadier generals and we're like, whatever, we can still do this. And then we lose the game like 50-27 and we're just like so angry, but we don't have any right to be. We're just that much worse than them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, it's so stupid. They're like, oh, you play this game too much. Yeah, that's
Halo
what
3's been out since 2007. They don't even monitor
Yeah,
these servers.
yeah.
They're probably like glitching and stuff,
yeah,
dude.
like get a life, noob. That's the funniest thing is like you're really good at game. You're like, oh, these people suck, blah blah. You lose a game, you're like, you play way too much.
And we've like logged probably like over 100
Oh, I
hours
know,
in the game.
so much Halo 3 time.
I just remember the funniest, probably the most disturbing thing I've ever done when I was mad, and this is definitely my biggest rage moment, even beyond punching myself in the face.
That's pretty hardcore.
Yeah. I got so mad at a game one time, I can't remember what it was. I literally, like, I went like animal mode, like, you know, like a human gets if like they're like fighting to survive. Like this is probably how I'd be in like the post-apocalyptic land if I like ran out of food for like 20 days and like had to eat like a human being or something. Like I literally looked at my controller and I was like, what the heck? I was like, like I'm rage monster and like bit the stick as hard as I could. I was like, and I ripped the stick completely out of the socket. I bit the stick out of the controller and I just threw it on the ground.
You animal.
I just remember I did that. I'm a freak. Look at it, like tiger. This is the best story ever.
Freak.
You know what I imagine? Like the face I made when I did that? I'm like crying. You know the part in Dumb and Dumber when Jim Carrey's dreaming about Miss Swanson and they're at the date and he's like fighting that Chinese like samurai in the restaurant.
Yeah.
You know the part where he's like hitting his nuts like like one of those boxing things and then he's just like like bites him. That's like the exact face I imagine I made. Like ripped the stick out of the sock and just threw the controller down. I cannot believe I did that, and I just shared it on the internet. People probably think I'm a psychopath. Yeah, I did that. That's my biggest rage moment.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're not
Can't
gonna
top that.
Yeah, seriously.
I don't think I can.
You'll know I'm really angry
It
when
was
I
like
just start
Gollum when he
like.
bit off Frodo's finger for the ring.
Yeah, that
Mount
sounds
Doom.
pretty accurate.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
I normally just get like when I get to a point where I get so pissed off that I'm no longer angry, I just start like skipping around and like acting jolly.
Like in FIFA, they just start like killing people.
Yeah, that's what I do. I purposely go for red
And when
cards
we
when I
like
don't
get
get my
down a few
way.
goals, we'll start trying to injure people.
That's what I do in basketball games. I would start getting like fouls that weren't called on me. I'd start skipping around the court so I wouldn't get other
I did the
technicals
same
called on me.
thing. I would like
Skipping around.
because you can't attack anyone. I would like act as stupid as possible because somehow that made me feel better.
somehow you could just let a different kind of rage out.
My mom would get so mad at me when I did that.
Oh, I know. I remember.
Like prancing like a fairy down the
Yeah.
court.
But in stuff like FIFA and Halo, I'll just be so overly sarcastic. You'll see me do it a minute times. Be like, oh, that's really cool. That is so cool, guys. And I'll just keep doing that until I'm no longer angry.
I know, and that's when I know you're mad. You're like, oh, that makes total sense.
I'll like go for a shot and the guy will come behind me and like slit my throat in FIFA and they're like, no foul. And I'm like, oh dude, that's so cool, man. I love that part of the game.
Dude, here's a funny story. This isn't gaming related either, but about rage quitting. Remember that game in basketball we played in Rec League and we got like seven technicals?
Yeah.
7 technicals and then our whole team got ejected.
And thrown out of the gym.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
What the heck?
Well, long story short, and we're not sore losers. Well, sometimes we're sore losers
I'm
in
a
games.
sore
We're
loser.
just
Yeah.
talking about you were.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what's funny. I think biting the stick out of my controller and then this basketball game, I hit my peak of rage quitting and stuff and like freaking out because to this day,
And we
like,
hit it at the same time.
Yeah.
And it was awesome.
yeah, since like that was like how many years ago? Was that like 2 or 3 years ago?
4 of those we were seniors.
Holy crap! Well, 4 years ago, I think I finally hit my peak of like I don't get that pissed anymore. Like I get verbally pissed. Like I'll start like saying like a lot of like like I'll verbally express my frustration, but I don't physically express it anymore. Like I don't throw
You can tell
controllers
when
or
you get
smash
mad is when
anything.
you start cursing.
Yeah, and I rarely cuss, but
If
when
you
I start
drop the
cussing, I'm
F-bomb,
mad.
you're pissed.
Yeah.
I can tell.
Yeah, and that's a rare occasion, but like I just verbally express my frustration, and I think this was the breaking point. That and biting the stick out of the controller. We were playing a game in Rec League, and the game was pretty close the entire game, but it's just one of those games where I swear, like I know people say this, like, oh, the refs hated us. Like
They did hate us.
this is without a shadow of a doubt, these refs just wanted us to
They've
lose.
hated me since I was like in the 7th grade.
They've never liked Zach because he's better than everyone in Rec League, and they just hated him for some reason.
It's true.
Jealous.
And Zach had like all of our points. I think the score was like 39 to 37, and Zach had like 28 of those. And anyway, but it was close the whole game, and we would like just be like brush their arm, and they'd call a foul, and they'd just like rough us up and stuff, and they wouldn't call anything. It was the very last like 10 seconds of the game, which is even funnier. Actually, no, there's probably like 2 or 3 minutes left. But anyway, it was either you or someone
was John.
John was dribbling down the court, and someone just came up behind him and like just ravaged him, and like so hard that John like fell on his face, and they got the ball and ran down and almost scored again, and they didn't call anything. And I think what happened first?
John freaked out. John got a technical. Your dad was defending John.
Yeah, my dad and Zach's dad were the coaches.
Then your dad got 3 more technicals. Then my dad, who was the assistant coach, got up and he got, I think, 1 or 2 technicals. And then that's when
me and Zach in the middle of all this. And this is so funny. We're the only 2 people on the whole team that like just went like turned into
everybody
apes.
else was just kind of like standing there looking at the refs, and me and him just.
I remember
we saw it as an opportunity to just freak the fuck out.
We were like, I'm not even exaggerating. We were screaming literally like.
I was actually at this game in the crowd.
Yeah. We were running around, jumping, and hitting the backboard.
Yeah, he was hitting the backboard. I was like hanging from the rim, like bouncing up and down.
And we were like, we're just freaking out.
And then in the middle of all this, they're like, technical for you. They're like Oprah handing out stuff to the crowd, like, technical for you, technical for you. And my dad said in the middle of all this, he's like, give me another one, make it 4. And we're like hanging from the rim.
Me and Gary acting like just savages.
Yeah, we were like savages.
The crowd's like
maniacs.
speechless.
Were our girlfriends at the time at that game?
I think so.
That's probably what just made it all go downhill from there. They were like, who are we dating? But anyway, we were freaking out, and then I think they called the last 2 on me and Zach, and they were like, "That's it, you guys are out of here."
Yeah,
and they ejected the game. But what's the funniest part of all of that was, it's like obviously like they cut the game, our whole team got ejected, but we still had to like like when teams pass by in the end game and give each other like high fives. There was like 4 people on the other team who were like, "That was so cool, dude." That's hilarious. But I'll never forget.
Dude, I remember in high school the next day, people would be like, "Dude, I heard your whole team got ejected." I'm like,
that was like
it's
that was
no
like
big deal.
The topic for like a week after that. Everyone in school was like, "Dude, I heard about your game. Like, that's so awesome and stuff."
Like nobody got that on tape. That
Oh, I
makes me
know.
really
Can you
sad.
imagine? I'll never forget that. That's probably like
That's
one of my
great.
favorite sporting memories ever. And it was the worst sportsmanship moment of my life, but
Oh yeah.
I'll never forget that.
Well, it wasn't lashing onto the other players; it was lashing onto the refs, and they were awful.
Yeah, good times. Good
Those
times.
refs really were awful.
They were
I remember
terrible.
playing
They
you guys
literally
on
hated me.
There's
And
gonna
no
be like
one
a
would
ref that
understand.
Just like happens.
I feel like
from that gym that just happens to watch our videos, like "F you guys."
I saw one of them.
They
I'm pretty sure I
definitely
saw
held
one of them
grudges.
eating at Jim and Nick's. Went to spit in his food. Just kidding.
I'm sure they're nice guys.
Jacob.
Hi.
What happened to you? I know you kicked in a closet one time.
Oh yeah.
At our apartment.
We
You
used to have
destroyed
an
that
apartment
closet.
together and played a lot of Black Ops 2 and Call of Duty Ghosts. And I'm surprised we didn't have to pay for that closet. Or I didn't.
This still blows my mind.
I punched it so hard one time playing Black Ops 2 that like my 4 knuckles right here were bloody. Like
Nice.
They were sore for like 2 weeks. It hurt so bad. But it made me feel better.
Yeah. Yeah, I've
Um,
definitely bruised knuckles over video games.
Yeah.
You punched a
and
hole in
I
the table?
kicked a hole through a coffee table.
Yeah. That,
Dude, I remember for a period of like several weeks, I would come home and there'd be a new hole in that table. Like literally a straight hole through it, like a wooden table. And then I came home one day and it was broken in half, like in the family room.
Let's be clear, it's not a freaking like oak table.
It was like a thin,
it was like
it was
IKEA
IKEA.
table. Yeah.
but this is a testament to how much stronger he is than me. Because I'd come home and have all the holes in there. And one night I was like, I decided to play on the TV that was in our room. And I just got like really pissed. I'm like, oh, punch a hole. And like dents it. It's like a little, it's like cave in. He has like holes. He just like knocked through it. I'm like,
It was funny.
Dude, what the F?
Dude, what's funny is I would cover up the holes with like
with
objects.
like books and
like-
magazines.
Like a book and like a candle.
Zach would take up his book and there'd be a giant gash.
Yeah,
Sit
I
on.
wouldn't know. I'd go to like eat and like move the book, and I'm like, what? Yo,
We'd like move the table, things would fall through.
Yeah.
Your
But
closet, man. By the time we left, it was like looked like the Hulk smashed it.
Yeah.
And it was a metal closet too.
And they didn't
Like
say a
metal door.
word about it. Which
Yeah,
was
no,
amazing.
which is funny.
Did you guys like ever hear me in the other room just
Oh,
start
yeah.
laughing?
Absolutely. We would hear you doing.
You'd be like, oh! Would like hear it through the wall and be like,
But yeah, other than that, I've just basically broke a lot of remotes. I've never smashed a TV, surprisingly, because
Yeah.
I throw a lot of things when I get mad.
Yeah.
Like I'll look for the nearest thing that I don't want to break, like remotes remotes, glasses. Like I've thrown
Holy
like a
crap.
glass full of water at like my door.
That's
I
awesome.
didn't
Holy
get my-
crap.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It was a glass too, and it shattered everywhere.
Holy crap.
Actually,
my mom
I
would
did
like
that too one
slap
time.
me across the face.
I don't know
if
how
I
my
did.
mom just like kicked me out of the
it was a
house.
glass of water that was sitting in front of me one time. I just like backhanded it and it like flew across the room. And it,
Oh my
It's
God.
really only when I play shooters. I don't know what it is. I'm just extremely competitive.
You remember the
Yeah.
snowboarding games Amped?
yes.
Amp 3 had just come out, and I got it, and there was this one thing where you had to get a certain amount of trick points. You had to grind on top of this log, do a trick in the air, and then finish grinding. You had to hit a certain number of trick points, and it was like one of the hardest things to do through the story. And I was like playing on like one of the hardest difficulties or whatever. And it literally took me like, I'm not even kidding, probably 300 times to beat this thing. It was literally that difficult to hit the trick allotment. And then I would just smashing the controller on the end. I would just like a little bit just hit it and then hit it. And finally one time I grabbed it by the back of the battery pack and it just slammed. That was the time where I just started playing 360. I didn't have a whole lot of controllers. Like I didn't have a whole lot of stuff and I didn't have a job. I couldn't go buy crap like I can now. I'd like smash something and my dad would be like, what the hell?
Yeah.
So yeah, I picked it up and slammed it. And that's the first time I ever broke one of the 366, which now I've done like 30 times. But
That was the start of it all.
yeah, that
I
was
just,
the start
I
of
just
my-
remembered and realized that our moms and dads used to buy us all of our games and stuff, and like I used to just break stuff, and I would be like,
Yeah.
Mommy, can you buy me a new one?
like
Yeah.
what a brat.
Yeah, I know. We were dicks.
Well, I have a long lineage. I have a history of
I've been present for a few.
Blow that out.
gosh, like I have so many
Dude,
stories.
vape
I don't even
much?
know what to say. Primarily, I first got into online gaming with Call of Duty 4, and I used to get pretty pissed off at that game. I would do the occasional throwing the controller on the ground, stuff like that. But it really peaked, of course, like y'all with Halo 3. I've kicked in my bathroom door to where
Is the mark still there?
Yeah.
Yeah, the hole. It's like
Where
the
the door-
perfect, this fancy like spindle curved handle. So you just
Yeah.
like kicked it in. There's like a perfect hole of the handle there.
Yeah, there was a stopper on the other side too. I completely went through the stopper. There are so many holes in my walls from throwing textbooks, shoes,
What else are they good for?
controllers. I have a
I just sound like
I custom painted
maniacs.
one of my controllers in red, and I spent all this time making this controller because I got really good at taking apart controllers because I would have like 4 Smash controllers, and I would have to make like a zombie controller out of
Yeah.
all of them because I didn't have a job back in like early high school, so I had to start making them and stuff, which is pretty funny. On a side note, did Garrett tell you about the 360 controller? I had to take 2 of your battery packs and like fuse them together to use them because they were smashed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like really good at putting controllers together. But I have a red mark on my ceiling. I threw a controller so hard at the ground it ricocheted off the ground and hit the freaking ceiling.
That's
And I have this
hilarious.
red gash there. I was playing Rock Band one time and I was getting really pissed trying to get this song.
Oh, I've done
And I
that. Yeah.
threw the not on purpose. It was completely an accident. But I was just getting so pissed off that it flew out of my hands, and I destroyed my projection screen TV. So I had to get a new
Nice.
TV.
I remember that.
Yeah, just a
Surprised
giant.
I didn't have
crack
the Wii
through it.
straps for the.
for the drumsticks.
Do you remember when
That's actually a
I would
pretty
play
good
Rock
idea,
Band? One, because there was a time where I just like did nothing but expert. I got like really good at it, but there's still a few songs. Just like stuff like Tom Sawyer and YYZ or whatever.
Yeah, YYZ's freaking.
And I just like
stupid.
couldn't get over that hump of being like really good at it, but I was like a pretty good drummer.
Yeah.
Remember like the little bars that sat under it? Do you remember when we play and I get mad? I'd be like,
It'd be like it's like be like bent in half.
yeah, you would like one of those half stays like bent like that because whenever I get mad, hit the shit out of it and then just go right. I would always lose them in the middle of songs, and then I would start playing the bongos for the rest of the song.
I was playing Call of Duty or something, went over to my drum set and punched the red one and broke it off the drum set. And I had the wiring was still attached, so I like duct taped it back, and I'd smack the red drum and it'd like give in and stuff. God, I've put in holes and stuff. Probably the funniest thing I've done is I was in the apartment alone one time and I was playing The Last of Us. And I got so mad for some reason that I went up to my bed and I picked up my bed and threw it in the air and grabbed it and smashed it so hard on the ground that our entire room like shook.
Did someone walk up from downstairs?
No!
Wow.
I thought because we had this little little Latino woman who's just like little Latino woman downstairs. I probably scared the crap out of her.
Lady.
Oh, she was black?
She's a black lady.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but that's what's weird because she like complained about noise that one time, but I freaking like put a hole in our floor and she
that's
didn't
what
say anything.
is so funny is that all the times Jacob would punch the closet, punch holes in the table, you would throw your bed off the thing. We'd all scream and yell in the apartment all the time.
Too, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, we would make so much noise in this apartment, and I get that practice drum kit. I'm like, man, I can never practice at the apartment. I have to like go all the way home. It's like 45 minutes away to practice drums. So I bought this practice drum kit, which is all like made of this like very silent, like soft plastic or something, like or rubber, foam. It was like rubber foam or something. And I literally like here's the kick pedal, and I just like tap my foot like it's like that loud, and then like 5 minutes later we hear like a knock on the door. Living there a whole year acting like crazy people the whole time. The one time I just like that on the kick drum, this lady comes up. She's like, I have kids that have to get up for school in the morning. It's like 8:30 at night. She's like, they have to get up for elementary school tomorrow. Can you quiet down? I was like, sorry, we're moving stuff. And I was like, well, that was a giant waste of money.
Man.
And that's like including us like running around like idiots in the apartment.
Yeah, we would like sprint down the hall and stuff. Remember when we played bowling inside the apartment with the soccer ball and the cups? And Jacob came out of his room. I can't remember. Were you serious when you said this?
Yes.
I think you were mad at Call of Duty. We were bowling in the apartment. This is like my favorite Jacob quote ever. He comes out and he's like, guys, we're like 21 years old now. Why are you bowling in the apartment? We thought that was the funniest thing.
I was so mad. I remember that.
I started just laughing at you. I was like, are you serious right now?
We're like 21 years old. We're not allowed to have fun.
I think I had to get up in the morning too.
Oh, man.
I was angry.
Dude, we got pissed off at Ghost in our apartment.
Call of Duty Ghost?
Yeah, I was so.
hate that game.
Probably the
one
reason
likes
we
that
didn't
game.
smash our controllers
I
is
quote
because
you
we
all the
just
time from the last
Whale
time.
harpoon?
Yeah.
Yes. Bullshit. That was the final straw. I don't think I ever played the game
You
again.
didn't. You turned it off, and I think you either sold it or just never played it again. I'll never forget that. I was sitting right next to you when you did that.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, and I threw Modern Warfare 2 out my window one time.
You told
Did
me.
you hit a bird?
Did I hit a bird? I don't know. But I like took me a while to go find it in my backyard. It still worked.
Like dog pee on it and stuff.
This'll do. Oh, I tell you, Jay broke like 3 copies of Modern Warfare 2.
Really? Your uncle?
He did it one time. He threw it across his kitchen and got stuck in the wall.
That's even cooler
and it got
than my
bent
drumstick.
a little bit. I think he just straight up snapped a couple, and he just
Wow.
kept buying new copies.
Nice. Man.
And then he eventually went to Battlefield Bad Company 2 or something when that came out. Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny.
I really enjoyed this topic.
Me too.
Yeah,
it
We
was
should
really
do more
funny.
stuff like this.
Yeah.
Not just news related, but experience related.
No, I
That was
agree.
hilarious.
I'm surprised we haven't talked about
started
that before.
crying. I was laughing so hard.
Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't talked about it because, like you were saying, up until recently, like I don't smash stuff anymore. Primarily, I know it's like so stupid, like you were saying, is because I buy everything now.
Mm-hmm. That
I
probably
like
could be a lot
think
to do
about
with
it more, which is just so stupid because like you should still respect things that even your parents buy you and stuff like that. But like I was saying, when we were playing Ghost, we were so pissed off. But like we didn't touch anything because we just bought those PS4s. Yeah. So I mean, especially because you bought. Did you buy your PS4?
Yes. No. My mom bought that.
Oh,
okay.
It was a Christmas gift.
Oh, okay.
You know what's funny is that was at a time where they were paying like a lot of money for my sister to go to school and like live in Atlanta, and I didn't even dare ask them for that. But my mom just called me one night. She's like, "Hey, you want the PS4 for Christmas?" I was like, "I'm not even gonna ask for that." She's like, "No, seriously, I'll get it for you." I was like, "Holy crap!" I was like, "That's amazing." Yes.
And
I
you
can't
just
believe I
traveled
spent-
across the country to get it.
I spent $500 on the new Xbox.
Zach sold me his for $375, 2 controllers and like 3 games installed on it.
Didn't you buy yours for
It was
$500?
the best deal of my life.
I don't know
Yep.
why I spent $500.
Jay
I'd
bought the
rather play on
PS3 for
Xbox.
$600 when it came out.
I didn't
Jay?
even play my Xbox.
Oh, the
One.
PS3. Yeah, holy crap.
I know, it's insane. If a console came out for $600 nowadays, people would be like,
And people are already laughing at the Xbox was $500.
yeah, now it's down to like $350.
Yeah.
It stayed at $350 a year.
Yeah. I think it's still there.
It is.
Yeah.
And it's like with bundles too.
Yeah, I need to
They're
get one
really
while
desperate.
they're doing good.
They're still very far behind.
You should get
Yeah.
like the Halo version that comes out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna get one
do that.
eventually because I definitely want to play Halo 5. I want to play Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, as you can see, we're crazy, angry people, and that's why you should keep listening to us for these
Crazy
funny stories.
psychopaths.
Yes. If you don't watch our videos, Garrett will kill you.
Yeah,
He'll
I'll hunt you down and bite off your controller sticks.
I think that'll wrap it up this week, guys.
Yeah, it was
that
fun.
That was a fun discussion.
Yeah, it's a late night, but it was fun.
Yeah, I agree.
We're currently at 3:52 a.m.
3:52 a.m. I'm
Wow.
tired.
I mean, personally, I consider that the night is young, but the fact that I have to go to work in like 2 hours.
2 hours.
This is when I would crawl into bed right now.
Yeah. Mother's Day's tomorrow
Watch some
too,
YouTube.
so I have to wake up for that.
Tomorrow's gonna be so busy.
It's a shame you have to work on Mother's Day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
dude.
is.
When I served Mother's Day, I made bank.
Oh yeah, everyone's gonna be taking their mommies out.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to.
I'm taking my mommy out.
Wednesday.
All right, well, let's wrap it up then.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, check out all our videos at youtube.com/itsobviousgaming. Go like our Facebook at facebook.com/itsobviousgaming.
Yep.
Don't forget,
Subscribe,
you
like,
are all
comment, all
beautiful.
that stuff. You're beautiful, you're gorgeous, you're handsome, you're attractive, and all that stuff.
Yep.
And we'll see y'all next week, and everybody have a good time.
Absolutely. Sayonara.
Bye.